Have you ever been seasick? I mean, like so seasick that you daydream about jumping overboard just to make it stop? When I was 19 years old, I joined YWAM's mercy ship South Pacific. It was a great adventure that I have many great memories of, but being seasick was definitely not a highlight. The ship that I lived on was called Island Mercy. It was a great place to live with lots of wonderful friends from all over the world. We spent our time sailing to different islands in the South Pacific, giving free dental and optical care to people who had never seen a white person in their whole lives. Many of the people we reached out to spent their whole lives living in grass huts. They lived off of the bananas and coconuts that grew all around them and the fish that they fished right out of the ocean. The very first time I sailed, I had no clue that I would be susceptible to seasickness. I was just excited to get out there and set to sea. I spent my first night at sea hugging the toilet. It was so awful. I was so sick. After a couple days, I got my sea legs, and I felt good enough to get out of bed and be a productive team member. Every time before we would set out to sea, I would study the ocean to see how much foam was stirring, trying to figure out how much the ship was going to pitch when we got out there. I yearned for the faith to command the waves and wind to be still. I can still imagine the churning ocean while I would look over the railing of the ship's deck. Ugh. I remember that my friends would tell me to go up on deck and look out to the horizon. It was amazing what a difference it made. When I would look straight down into the sea, I would feel like I was going to die. But when I would take deep breaths and look at the spot where the sky meets the sea, I could rest so much easier. It's important not to focus on the chaos swirling all around you. Choose to lift your focus to the Lord and let His peace flood your soul.